Hello gamers and welcome back to the Armbar Arcade, and today we've taken F1 to a whole new level somewhere in the near future where we've actually decided we don't even need gravity anymore. We don't need wheels, we don't need DRS, we don't need Lewis Hamilton's ego on Snapchat, and we don't need Sebastian Vettel anymore. We just need spaceships, missiles, and a thumping 90s techno soundtrack. Yes, this, ladies and gentlemen, is an absolute classic from the PS1 era and part of an absolutely classic franchise. This is Wip3out, or to give it its proper name, Wipeout 3. As the name suggests, this is the fourth game in the Wipeout series, because it's the third game on the main kind of PS1 continuity, but there was actually a third game released before this one called Wipeout 64, which is for the Nintendo 64, so now you know. This is pretty much the quintessential Wipeout game. It has all the kind of classic elements boiled down into one. Excellent kind of ship racing, anti-gravity ship racing, a real sense of speed, a really frustrating difficulty curve when asses like that shoot at you. Get out my way. Like, oh yes! Incredibly satisfying weapon pickup combat, which is basically, it's basically Mario Kart on steroids. It's the weapon combat in these games. Are we going to get the win in this race? Oh, it's second. Final corner. Into the lead. Right, please don't pick up a missile. And oh no, mines. Go on. Ha 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 ha! I think they ran over the mines. Yes! We will get the win in our first race of the video. Very nice. Yeah, this is Wipeout 3. Bit of a cold open for you. But I thought there was no better way to drop you into it, because this is basically the game in a nutshell. It's an incredibly focused experience. A lot of bright colors, a lot of amazing near-future level design and track design, and just a really fun, satisfying game to play. So here's your options for game modes in Wip3out. We got single race, we got time trial, we got challenge, and we got tournament, and we got options, although that's not a game mode. So technically we have 4 game modes here. There's your 3 difficulty levels for the game. You got Vector, Venom, and Rapier. Great selection of names. And what they do is they not only increase the AI difficulty, but they also increase things like the speed of your own ship, like the speed of the game increases. So obviously it makes it a lot harder to navigate the tracks. So let's start on Vector. Let's do a tournament in Vector class where we got Portocoro, Mega Mall, Sampa Run, and Stanza Inter. So here's one of the really cool elements of pretty much all the Wipeout games. Your selection of ships. You basically have a selection of teams, all with their own kind of subtle backstory that isn't explained much. Yeah, like, you can go through all the games and just play them and not pay attention at all to the backstory. But there's always been this subtle undercurrent of story and lore and kind of narrative in all these games. And all these teams basically have their own philosophies and ways they believe, you know, AG racing should be treated. Some of them really like to emphasize combat. So, for example, the Gateki 45 ship, I believe, in this game, the team had only just entered, and they were basically all about wrecking shit up. Basically, they didn't even care about winning. They were like, let's just blow everybody up. Oricom is basically the ultimate all-rounder. Piranha, they're just all about speed, so they're trying to be the best handling ship out there, but they have obviously compromised on shield. And then you got Phizar, which is a really good all-rounder. So let's start off with, we used Phizar in the opening race. Let's use Oricom, the ultimate all-rounder. Look at that. Just average straight down the middle.
3, 2, 1, go!
And away we go! At the instruction of this cartoon girl on the big LED screens. All of the games have had this really beautiful, very 90s, very kind of underground, techno visual style. I think it looks beautiful. Oh, we'll just avoid some mines there dropped by whoever this is in front of us. We're just passing with ease. Oh, no. Oh, excuse me. You're not having that. Oh, we're getting into it. We're getting into it. Oh, my God. We're going to go 3 wide. We're going to go 3 wide. Turns out you can go 3 wide in anti-gravity racing as well as car racing. Only 2 laps in the early difficulty levels. I think by the time you get up to Rapier, you get to like 4 or 5 laps. And this being a 90s, very kind of arcade-themed game, there is, as you can see in the top right, checkpoints. And you can run out of time and instantly just blow up. The track design is beautiful. Again, fitting into this sort of fictional fantasy near-future world that they've created. It just looks beautiful. It kind of reminds me of a futuristic Ridge Racer Type 4, which was another game from the 90s, kind of early 2000s, that had this kind of beautiful look to it, this great fantasy thing, and it had a kind of narrative behind the teams and cars in the games. I don't think it followed them through as strongly as Wipeout does, or did in its games. But same sort of thing. Basically, the 90s were quite cool for arcade racing games. But anyway, we take the lead. We're now going into round 2 at the Mega Mall. Here we go at the second round at Mega Mall, which is basically, imagine if Blue Water Shopping Centre went out of business, nobody was buying cheap jeans or, I don't know, McDonald's or going to see movies at the cinema anymore, and they decided, you know what, let's turn it into a racetrack instead. That sounds like a very sensible thing to do. Side by side with this guy. Oh my god, well, until he just ran into a bunch of those mines. Oh my god, someone else has got me. Ow! God, the Pfizer ship in front of us just got missiled to Narnia, but they sort of stop and blob around on the spot. So if you're right behind someone as they get missiled, you just run straight into them. Right, let's go side by side with the Pfizer. Ow! Oh, you... Alright, okay. Now, I can't actually tell. This is a downside to 90s graphics. Can't actually tell if that was a missile fired by this guy or if the Pfizer ship in front of us dropped some mines. Either way, we got screwed over, but now we're going to have our revenge with the rug flip weapon. Whatever the name of that weapon is. It's basically flipping the tablecloth so all the dishes go flying. Downhill, spiral into madness turn. Down we go forever. Forever. Who wants to turn forever? Anyway, we've got some rockets, which is not very good when we're leading. And but we have got a decent lead, so hopefully that shouldn't matter. There is one forward-firing weapon where if you tilt the craft to face kind of upwards, you can... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I pressed the left button on the D-pad by mistake. But, luckily, we're so far out in front of everyone else, it didn't matter that I just randomly swerved left into the wall on the start-finish straight. Imagine that if you're in the grandstands. So it's like, yeah, look at this guy. I'm the lead pilot for Oricom's coming home to win. What's he doing? Just randomly turning left and crashing into the wall. Anyway, on to the next race. All right, so away we go. The track Sampa Ran, I think it's called. No relation to Mega Ran, I'm assuming. And it is in the rain, so I'm assuming this is in near future London. You see what I mean about the real kind of near future setting, the brilliant visual style, the design of the tracks to go through tunnels and out and over ramps, and in my case bounce off the walls. And I'm leading again, so I think Vector class might be getting a little bit too easy for me. The very sort of unforgiving, like that handling model is actually such a key part of the games that when they changed it from Wipeout Fusion, and it was actually a lot more forgiving when you crashed into walls, it was actually quite controversial. This was one of the original get good kind of games. And I think we'll see that more as we move up the difficulty levels. But for now, we've got one race left in the Vector tournament. Here we go at the final round. Stanza Inter. Let's see how we go. I haven't actually driven this track, piloted this track, flown this track before. I'm still deciding what word to use. Ow! Haven't yet bounced around the walls of this track so far. We'll go with that. Oh, ow! No! Oh my god, what is going on? Oh my god, this guy's been blown up twice. Oh no, we're going to finish 4th! What? What just happened? Oh my god, we were in 2nd coming off the final corner. Someone blew up the lead ship, which kind of blobbed around in front of us. We hit it, so it just kept going. We couldn't take the lead. Then we blew up the lead ship. The same thing happened. And then 2 other ships flew past us and we finished 4th. Right, so we kind of dominated the Vector tournament there. 3 wins from 4, and the last one we kind of didn't win just because we kept ramming the leader rather than actually overtaking him. Let's go all the way out to Rapier class, shall we? With Haifumi, Pimar Project, the iconic Mana Top Circuit, and Terminal, which is probably a description of our chances of winning this championship. So, let's use Piranha. Even though it has no shielding whatsoever, it's good handling. I think we're going to need that. Let's go. And away we go. So, oh my god. You can instantly see how much quicker the game is. Oh my god, it's like they've sped up the previous game. It's like it's running on fast forward now. Oh my god, I've bounced off every single wall. Probably not a good idea to pick a ship with low shielding when I'm going to spend most of these races bouncing off the walls. Ow. Oh my god, we're nearly running out of time already. There we go. Right, we're fine. Oh no! We kind of died. We kind of blew up. We kind of trashed our ship just bouncing off the walls. Here we go, round 2 for the Pimar Project. See how we go here. Can we at least make it around more than 1 lap without hitting something? We made it around a corner without hitting anything. Ow. 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 Just repeated fails. Ow. Oh, God. Oh, whoa. Ow. Oh, no. Ow. Oh, my God. This has now just become a fail compilation. Oh, no, I should have pitted. No, I should have pitted. Oh. Exact same thing. The exact same thing just happened. Oh dear. And now we're tackling one of the most iconic circuits in the entire series. This is Mana Top. Fuck that. Whoa, ow. Oh no. Yeah, there is also that. Because this track is based around the rooftops of a city, hence the whole Mana Top thing. Top of the manor, ill manners, all that sort of, you know, that whole sort of thing there. Yes, alright game. Ow! Oh, now we're going, oh no. Bugging in some arm code. Oh, let's pit in. Here we go. Let's regenerate our shields. And not run out of time. There we go. Just about managed that. So yeah, there we go. We just showcased that this series does have pit lanes. And you just drive straight through and you don't even have to stop. They will just auto-repair your shields. Which is quite nice. I appreciate that. Ow! Don't appreciate that. Ow! Guess what? I've died again. Right, let's go back to tournament class, and this time let's maybe not go straight for the top difficulty level where I could barely make it around a lap without braining myself on every wall. Maybe let's go for the middle difficulty, Venom. We'll try and use Piranha again, because yeah, again, we didn't really get much of a chance to use it earlier. Let's go! After our aborted first attempt to win a championship in a Piranha ship, see if we do a bit better this time. Ow, that's not a good start. Whoa, God, this is still so fast. I don't know how, like, surely this had to be the top difficulty level. Like, what? Why did you think another difficulty level above this was necessary, game? Like, oh my God. This is like the opposite of Gran Turismo syndrome. You know, people complain in Gran Turismo games that there's not enough for sensation of speed. This is just like, there's too much. Can we leech some energy off this guy? Yes. Leeching some shield power off. Oh, yeah. The perfect 1-2 combo right there. Whoa. Avoid those mines there. That was pretty close. Dropped one of my teammate. Clearly no team orders in futuristic AG racing. They've just done away with that altogether. So many fans moaned about it in Formula 1. They were just like, no, let's not do that. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That was another... oh, my God. There you go. That's revenge for trying to snare me with your mind, teammate. I think you're going to finish third. Oh, no, no. Oh, no, go on. No. Hang on. Oh, excuse me. What's that? We were literally flying past that guy, and he was blown up, and then suddenly he just went, no, fuck off. Pew! It was like Roadrunner in those Looney Tunes things, like, pew! Meep, meep. But anyway, we finished second. So that could have been a win. Good question. Somehow finished second. I thought we finished third, but anyway, I'll take it. Finish second. Let's move on to the next round. I appreciate the autopilot power-up, especially on the higher difficulty levels. You may think at first you're a bit like, hang on, why is there... Ow! Now I don't appreciate autopilot when it just spits you out straight into a wall. Luckily, so far in this tournament, I haven't had to make a pit stop for instant repairs. I appreciate that the world's fastest pit crew. They just fire us... Ow, my God, now what is going on? I'm in the middle of an absolute cluster fruitcake in the middle of these ships. Ow. Ow. This is basically futuristic pinball at this rate now. We may pit in this lap. Okay, maybe not. Forget that. God, this is so tense. Ow, no! Yeah, we were so close. We were so close. Oh, bollocks. I knew we shouldn't have picked Piranha. Alright, this is going to put us back in the point somewhat. Actually, we're only fourth in points. We can come back from this. We've still got 2 rounds to go. And let's move on to the next one of those. The first of the 2 tracks that we tried in Rapier class and then quite quickly failed at. So, let's see if we can do this track at somewhat more of a not batshit insane hyperspeed. Ow. Obviously not. Yeah, this game really is one of the original kind of get good kind of games. It kind of prides itself on having a slightly high difficulty level. But I don't mind the fact that it has... Ow! It has multiple difficulty levels. And I don't mind the fact that Wipeout Fusion tried mixing with the formula and making it slightly less brutally difficult. Also, as well, the handling for this game is quite... And the controls for this game are quite interesting as well. It basically has tank-style movement. So at the moment, I'm accelerating, and I can use the D-pad to move left and right, obviously. That's kind of simple. You don't need me to explain that to you. But what you might need to explain is that the brakes are on L2 and R2. So you know how there's separate brake buttons for the front and rear brakes in MotoGP games? It's kind of like that. There's a left brake and a right brake. Or air brakes, I should say. And there is this camera angle, which I've used for the entire video. It's probably the best one, the kind of third-person camera. There is also a couple of onboard cameras. Ow. Which you can tell I'm not very good at. There's that one. There's nose cam. And then there's cockpit cam. Which is amazing and terrifying all at the same time. Oh my God. Oh, autopilot. Nice. I appreciate that. Around the outside. Right, before autopilot disengages, let's go back to this camera. I think this one's probably the best because it shows you kind of it has more of a spatial awareness to it. Ow! We're going to have to be careful here because our shield energy is running low again. I knew I'd probably be punished for picking Piranha. But, whoa, there we go. Oh, here we go. Here's the finish line. No! We just got hit by a missile. Come on! There we go. It did not deny us. We still finished third. Got our second podium of the tournament. And, where does that put us in the points after 3 rounds? Ah! We are kind of 10 points behind the leader, Neil. My old college lecturer is leading this championship. That's obviously what he's doing in the year 2150 72, I think it is in this. 2172, I think, is the year in this game. But, right. On to the final round. Where we go! Into the final round. Where we basically need to win to even have a chance of winning the championship. Which, good luck. I just want to kind of survive, to be honest. Oh, nice. Ah, 2 for the price of 1. That's exactly the kind of offer I like getting. Oh my god, we're bouncing around all over the place. This is quickly becoming Wipeout 1. The first Wipeout, the physics weren't quite there yet. So, you basically had this weird scenario where as soon as you went over a jump, you just bounced forever. It was like Mario Spaceship Edition. Right, so we're battling with a pair of, I think these are a pair of Gateki 45 ships, aren't they? Oh, well they were, until they were blown up into the fires of doom by me. Final lap. We are in second place. And we've just blown up the leader, so we're in the lead. Can we close out this championship with a victory? We do have to. That does rely on us not blowing up on the final lap, which is actually highly likely. But we have now got an energy drain. What I'm actually going to do here is play this one a little bit tactically. I'm going to let the second place ship go back by. There we go. Oh. And he went by so fast I couldn't even reach him. Oh no. And now I'm just going to blow up, aren't I? But I now have rockets, which should solve the issue rather nicely. Right, slow down. Oh, nice. Blew up the leader and slowed down. Didn't ping off all the walls. And I've got another energy drain power up. So, he tries to repass us. We'll just drain his shield energy, which seems like a nice, fair trade. But I think we're coming around to the finish, aren't we? Yes! No! 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 How? No! No! We were we were leading with 50 yards to go. Oh my god. I told you this game could be frustrating, folks. Neil wins the championship anyway. We finished third. That's not too bad. And I think we're going to go back to single race to show off a few more craft before we conclude this episode. So some of our younger viewers may not know this, but in a time before secrets and anything remotely interesting about a game were hidden behind microtransactions and loot boxes, there was a thing known as cheat codes. There's cheat codes for this game as well, including this one. This is where we enter crafts, and bada bing, we now go over to the team select menu. Look at that! We now have double the amount of ships. We have all of them. So there's actually 4 more ships you can unlock in this game. Kyrex, who are kind of the god tier team in this game. They're basically the Mercedes F1 of this game. There's AG Systems, who are all about speed, yo. There's Assegai, who are all about handling and not much shielding at all. And then there's Icarus, who are just sort of there. Oh no, their top speed is fine. So we've got 2... Actually, no. Icarus is the only ship in the game rated for 5 for speed. Kyrex is all about thrust and speed, so I think we're going to use that. We'll use Kyrex for this race. I am actually playing this as the Wipeout 3 Special Edition copy, because the regular version of Wipeout 3 would, when I played it on my PS3, it would get to about there in every race and freeze. Just freeze completely. And sometimes the graphics would spaz out in that kind of way of old cartridge consoles, which made it look like you've just taken the cartridge out like midway through gameplay. So for some reason the regular version of Wipeout 3 doesn't work on PS3, but the special edition does, which is annoying because the special edition is quite expensive on eBay. This is quite the ship, I'll tell you what. It's very fast. The handling is kind of decent as well, although I'm in Vector class and still crashing. I may well be a complete masochist and use something like Assegai for the final race, as in have no shields whatsoever, none at all. But anyway, well, this is a bit of a breeze in the park, as you probably expect, with overall the best ship in the game on the lowest difficulty level. Quite the easy win. So I think for our very final race of this LP, I'm going to step it the fuck up and go the fuck back in time. So yeah, you know what I just said about running one of the classic tracks from the previous Wipeout games? Yeah, that's a total lie, because I just remembered another cheat that this game has. One which unlocks all the tracks. And I just remembered, possibly the most iconic track in this game, we've only had one shot at, and we lasted about a lap and then blew up in our own failure. So to actually end the video, what we're going to do is go for the Venom class to finish, and we are going to go over to Manatop, back to the rooftops, and what we're going to do is pilot the Assegai ship to conclude the video and see if we can survive 3 laps without blowing up on possibly the most iconic and one of the most difficult tracks in the entire series. Pray for me. This craft is pretty nimble, I will say. What? Ow! Oh, bollocks. Oh, no. I survived this time. I did that thing where I bounced off one wall, then fell off the track. But this time I survived. Oh, my God. Ow. This mine's being dropped. We are up to 8th, though. Ow. Oh, nice. Now we're up to 7th. We're already on half shields at the end of the first lap. Good start, and we've nearly just plummeted to our deaths there. Just about survived. Ow. Oh, nice. Oh, we're up to 3rd. We're up to 3rd. Oh, we got some rockets. Ow. Oh, no. I've just seen how low our shield is. No! Oh, my God. We made around a lap and a half. Oh, dear. Deary me. Right. Let's give it one more go. I'm determined to finish this race. Basically, my strategy is going to have to be pit at the end of every single lap. That is going to have to be my strategy, isn't it? Oh, we've got an energy pulse there. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Yeah, that plasma bolt is an instant elimination by the look of it. So, at the very least, we're not going to be last, because we've already eliminated someone else. So, even if we now die... Right, into the pits. There we go. Into the pits. Nice. There we go. Very nice. Right, we'll back out, down and away in 9th place. We're going well here. 5th. 5th place. Now 3rd. Once again, losing all shield energy. We just have nothing. Ow. Oh, my God. Right, hit again. And... Oh, we didn't even top up to the maximum. Fuck it. We're going to have to go. We're going to have to go for it. This is like a sort of... This is the modern AG racing equivalent of fuel gambles. We didn't top up our shield energy completely. That's the gamble we're going for here. Rather than not topping up our fuel tanks to the maximum, we're not topping up our shields to the maximum. Oh, my God. This is going to be so tense. Oh, no. Where am I going? Oh, no. Taking the wrong turn for one. But I do have a plasma ray. Hey! And now I can drain. Ow! Now someone's trying to hump me. Oh, God, come on. Come on. Oh, the run to the line. There's mines going down. There's everything happening. But we are going to finish 5th. We literally nearly got blown up at the line. But we are going to finish. We're going to finish a race in the ship with the worst shielding in the game. At the hardest track in the game, arguably. One of the hardest tracks. And I think that will be a fitting conclusion to today's plays video. This has been Wip3out, otherwise known as Wipeout 3. This particular version has been the special edition. And I tell you what, it's taken me long enough to get around to this game. And it's kind of lived up to the hype. I really like it. It is kind of... I can see why this game's not going to be for everyone. For me, for the longest time, even being a racing gamer, I didn't really like the lack of physical contact with the ground or anything. It kind of felt like the ships didn't have much weight. But reading it now, or playing it now, I should say... It has everything. It has this lovely sort of flow. Once you get into the zone and you're really flying through, you get that amazing feeling of speed. There's a pounding electronic soundtrack behind you, and there's all bright neon colours and futuristic designs. Once you're in that zone, there's few other games that can do what these games do. And we are hoping, in the same way we did our WWE gaming retrospective last year, we've been planning, me and Nate have been planning some more gaming retrospectives. This series may be our next one. So drop off in the comments down below if you want to see that. And also, your gaming series or gaming franchises that you came to way too late and wondered why you didn't get into them in the first place. So it's taken me long enough to get into the Wipeout games. 23 years after the first game was released, I've finally come round to them now. And I'm making up for lost time now. What are your examples? Leave them down in the comments below. Give this video a big old thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. Press that red subscribe button over there if you're new around here. And I'll see you guys next time in the Armbar Arcade.